East Idaho Fam, welcome back to my channel. And today we have a special guest, it's Tyson Wallace. Tyson, can you tell the audience who you are, what you do?
Yeah, so my name's Tyson Wallace. I do real estate. I'm with the Anderson Nick's group, so Nick's competitor. No, we're friends. So yeah, I've just done real estate, and yeah.
How long you been doing real estate, man?
Just over a year.
Just over a year. What did you do before that? I want you to tell the world what you did.
I was in car sales for 15 years.
15 years.
Yep.
What, you don't want to disclose where at, right?
Well, I was at the local Dodge store.
There you go. Right, yeah, there you go. Nice. What made you decide to leave the auto industry?
Like honestly, just getting more time with my family.
Okay.
Like I have 3 daughters. Right. I got a junior high school, freshman in high school, and then a 4th grader, and just being able to spend time with them.
Yeah.
You know how the car business is. You can't spend time with family. Like, I don't get that luxury. So,
yeah, you guys know I used to be in car business too. But yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Because, dude, like, we have to go and open the store and then stay until close.
Yep.
And then weekend just rare to get it off.
Yeah.
So
You're always working every Saturday.
Yeah. But I do appreciate, like, the thing that the dealership taught me, though, because, like, without those, I feel like, I don't know, I might not have a better, how can I say it, like, customer service skill.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, because that's where you learn a lot of the customer service skills, because you're dealing with tons of customers a day, right?
Yeah.
So learning how to deal with them and then reading them, right? Learning how to people's body language and figuring out like what's wrong and that's up in the moment.
Yeah,
really helps.
What do you think you bring a lot of those experience from car business to real estate?
Yeah, I think just being able to talk to different people, like you get a wide variety of of people come in the car lot, right? And some people aren't there to buy necessarily. They're kind of like wasting your
kicking tires.
Yeah, they're kicking tires. Yeah. So I did that the other day with somebody. I was like, I may go kick tires, but it was just for fun. I was a guy I knew, but I think just being able to talk to multiple people and learning more about them quickly, because you got to get to know them pretty quick. Like a car sale is like instant gratification. It's like that day.
Yeah.
Whereas in real estate, like you're building that relationship over time. So I think just being able to take like talking to people, and it's really helped out in real estate.
Dude, it took me a little bit to get used to the real estate pace, because it's a lot slower, right? And at the, like you say, like we have to close the same day on the car business. And when I come into real estate, I'm just like, what's going on? Like I can't be too pushy, but I'm like, I want to ask for a sale, right?
Yeah.
But then it took me, like, I would say a couple months to get used to the pace, and I was like, okay, I think I got it.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I don't even want to think or go back to do car. Like,
no way. Yeah. Just the lifestyle and the time with family is priceless, right? I mean, like there could be times when you spend a lot of time doing real estate. And there's sometimes at nights you got to go out, or on a weekend or a Sunday, but it's so rare you can set your schedule. And so then you can be there for the things your kids would remember you being there for.
So you're happy, your family more happy now.
Oh yeah.
You're home.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't miss anything, right? Like in the past it was like, I'd have to schedule like, okay, I can miss this, but I got to be at this. I'd have to find that's more important. Yeah.
Nice, man. So a year in real estate now.
Yep.
What do you think about it so far?
Dude, it's a blast. It's a lot of fun. Like just getting to know people and getting to help them with one of the biggest purchases of their life.
Yeah.
And helping them get into something that they can afford, or something that they've always wanted. Like some people, like I had a family that wanted to have like a little mini farm. They're living just in town here, and they want a little mini farm, and I got them into that mini farm, and their life, they send me stuff all the time. Like, hey, we got all these, look at these new animals we got. I just kind of like, I'm like, hey, you had those at the other house, but it wasn't necessarily legal, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, what I forgot what I was gonna say. What do you think is the hardest thing about real estate right now?
Dude, it's so, like, to me, the hardest part is, like you said, is the instant gratification, right? Because I was used to like, it's got to be, you got to go with that.
Did you get an answer? Did you get a yes?
Yeah. Are you ready to buy? And I think the hardest part right now is just the interest rate, right?
Yeah.
The interest rates went back up. And so it's just hard to get people to realize that it's still a good decision to buy a house right now than it is to wait 6 months to see what's going on. So I think that's the hardest part for me, is like getting to relay that to people and make them understand that it is a good decision to buy a house, even when rates are high, because there's always the opportunity that you can refinance or something else.
A lot of my clients are first-time buyer, and sometimes they're just too scared. At the same time, they compare like numbers between renting or trying to find something affordable that livable, right? And they're just like, you know what? Why were we paying rent for so long? We should have done this like 5 years ago. I'm like, exactly. You know. So real estate. Before you got into real estate, I'm sure, did you interview with a bunch of teams, or you just like, you know what, I'm gonna go to Anderson Hicks?
So I knew Chris Bernelli. He
Go.
Yeah. He's a good dude. So I known him for a long time. He bought cars from us at the dealership for a long time. So he finally just was like, hey, you need to come try this. Just come be on my team. So, I mean, that's what I do. I think I talked to you a little bit about it before, because we've been friends for quite a long time. So I was like, hey, what are you thinking? You're like, yeah, that's where I would go to learn.
Yeah.
Right. So it's been a really good experience.
Yeah, I feel like the experience that the Anderson Hicks has is unlike other, right? Like Mike's been in the business for so long, Sean, and I know Chris used to be there, but like, dude, it's just powerhouse. And like I experienced that myself for like 4 or 5 months. No hard feeling, but like I had to leave because I want to do something different. Right. Like everyone have different goals, different like way they run the business. So
but no, it's been good for me just because I have zero experience. And just having those guys and our TCs around to help guide me through all that stuff has been like a huge blessing. I wouldn't be able to do it by myself. Right. And so just having them be able to guide me and help me know what I'm doing has really helped.
So the biggest question, a lot of people try to get into real estate, right? And they're just like, oh, it looks easy. We can do it. It's not easy, right?
No, it's not. It's a lot harder than a lot of people think. I mean, it's the cold calling, it's the following up with people, it's getting told no a bunch of times, going sitting at open houses, and sometimes those open houses you could be there and nobody shows up, and you're like, oh, what the heck? And then everybody else is like, I had like 8 people through it, and you're like, so I mean, it's hard. It really is. It's not easy, and it's not easy negotiating the stuff with people.
I do have a lot of people reach out just like, dude, Nick, I want to get into it. I'm like, you sure? And it's like, dude, you make it look so easy. I'm like, no, it's not. Like I had to build my business up to this point, and it's hard. It's hard to build. Dude, there's like thousands of agents in like this area, and I was like, holy crap. So I got to compete, you know? What was I gonna say? Do you think you specialize in certain field in real estate? Like, do you think you first time buyer, or you work with everyone? Or
I think I actually got a lot more listings than I do buyers. So I don't know how
that pissed me off when I see you like new listing. Like, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of like the script I kind of learned was like calling people and asking like market reports and ask them if they're ready to sell. And so I just kind of got in the niche of listings, which has really benefited me because then I get the listing, and a lot of times they want to buy something, and so it's kind of like helping both sides. But I don't know how I did it. I don't know what I do different. Like I get people that ask me on my team all the time, like, what are you doing different than us? I'm like, I really don't know. Right. And so it's just, I don't know. It's just, so I feel like I do listing is a little bit better than I would do like a buyer.
Nice, man. So like, you think your leads generation sources, you think for you is cold calling, or?
So I did, like, obviously when you first start, like you got your sphere. So you call those people and they're like, oh yeah, we'll send you whoever. And you're like, okay, yeah, that's great. But if then nobody's ready, then I think a lot of it was just going through the pond, finding people on market report and just calling. Like I got probably 5-6 listings just by calling through that pond, which is...
Did I try that? Like,
it's hard.
It's hard. Like, I hate getting people just yell at you on the phone. It's like, stop calling me. I'm like, dude, I don't enjoy it. So like, I chose not to do it, but like, I'm glad that I can still build the business the way I am building it, right? But like, there's no right or wrong way to do it, in my opinion.
Right.
It's just, you got to put the work in. Right.
It's hours a day, hundreds of phone calls. Like, people don't understand that, Like they think we go make 10 phone calls and we get somebody that wants to sell their house or buy a house in 10. It's like you got to make 100 to talk to hopefully 10 people. Hopefully you get 10% contact ratio, right? But it's hard.
Yeah. If you could go back, do you think you regret the decision to join a team, or do you think would you go back and change anything?
I don't think so, because like I said, it's hard enough doing all that stuff, and then you add in like just getting people to work with you, and then the paperwork, you like getting being compliant, all that stuff. And so I think being on a team helps that, because then I just really have to worry about making sure that I'm taking care of my customer, the client, and giving them the best experience I can without having to worry about doing all the paperwork too and all that stuff. So I think that really benefits me.
Yeah. So all the new agents or the people that are thinking about getting into real estate, I second that. I was like, I think you should join a team.
Yep.
Interview with us, Top Notch Real Estate, or Anderson Hicks Group, right?
Yeah.
So see which one fit you the best and go that route. But I do think, like, if I could go back, I wouldn't change a thing.
Right.
I just start with the team, learn everything I can, and if the team provide you resources, like, it's a win.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to go pay for anything, so it's cool.
Yeah.
Well, enough about that. What do you think about the market? Like, where do you think the markets are going?
It's been crazy, right? So I was just looking yesterday at just Bonneville County. Yeah, we're like a 53% pending ratio, which is crazy, right? Because like for the whole year I've been in there, it's like been at 30%. Yeah, so we're at like 53%, which is crazy. Like, people don't understand why that's so high, but it's.
Do you think it's the weather?
I think part of it is the weather, and I think the other thing is people are just realizing that rates are going to be what they are. They're not going to drop back down into the ridiculous 2-3%.
They have to be careful, right? Because if they do drop to that point again, it's just going to be repeat. Yeah, like, we're going to go into the same problem. Yeah, and then price might go up now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it would be fine with me. I'm in my house, so if price went down and my value went up, I'd be great with it. I don't think people understand when the rates go down, more people are going to enter the market, which means
more competition.
Yeah, more competition, which the price of the house is going to be higher. Yeah. And so it's going to make, like, it's just as affordable now as it's going to be a phrase drop, because the price of the house is going to be more expensive. So
I've been helping out a family that been waiting on the sideline, just like, you know what, we can keep waiting because the rate is so high, the market gonna crash. I'm like, no, like, Idaho Falls is growing. Yeah, it's growing. More people moving in, more job opportunities, and I don't see that. So I believe that it's not gonna crash.
Yeah, and I've always said that, like, we're always pretty sheltered from national economies because of the agriculture we have. We have the site, we have other stuff that's around here that's pretty well established, that doesn't really get affected when everything else goes downhill. So
so if you've been waiting, stop waiting. Let's talk to one of us. Talk to me first. Just kidding. But yeah, we can get you guys lined up and prep you guys and all that. But, well, enough about real estate. Let's talk about you and your hobby. You love sports, right?
I love sports. Yeah, I love sports.
Are you a coach?
I do coach travel softball.
Okay.
So I actually coach an 18U travel softball team, and then we just started a 10U softball team. So I'm the head coach of the 18U, and then I'm an assistant on the other one. And so, it's like softball all year round.
I don't know much about softball, but that's pretty popular around here.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot more popular in the last probably 6 years.
Okay.
It was popular before, but there really wasn't like big organizations around to really put girls in to help develop them and get them ready to play high school, or if they want to go on and play college softball. So it's crazy how popular it's getting.
And your daughter plays too, right?
Yep, I have 3 daughters.
Coach them?
I coach 2 of them.
2 of them.
The middle one's kind of left out. She always feels left out, but the oldest one will be a senior next year. So the plan was when she graduates is to go help the middle one that doesn't get my time as much.
Do they like that you a coach? Like, you coach them and stuff? Do they know how to separate it, dad and then a coach?
So they actually don't call me dad when I'm coaching. They actually just call me Tyson or coach or whatever. So there is a separation.
That's good.
but then I'm still like, if I don't answer, they still like, hey dad, and I'm like, or hey, what's for? I was like it's good, but it's a good time to spend with them. Like I wouldn't change that for anything. Just spend that time with them. I mean, a lot of people don't get to do that.
Yeah.
And so spending
Dad and daughter bonding time, right?
Yeah, especially on the weekends, like in the summer, it's Friday, Saturday. I'm with at least one of them, the whole weekend, and so that time I won't have back, right?
Yeah.
And like you have one daughter, right? And so it's amazing just the time you spend with them. Even they start like asking, hey, when are we gonna go do this? Hey, when are we gonna do that? And you're like, well, I'm busy, and they're like, no, let's go do it. And so I think going and spending time with them is huge for me because you can't get that back.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And dude, I heard softball is like require a lot of traveling.
Yes.
Is it expensive? It could be expensive with traveling.
It can be expensive. So like the gear is expensive, right? Yeah. So like a glove is $400, a nice bat and hell is like $500. So, but those usually last a while, right? So, but traveling, like we try to, Idaho Falls right now just doesn't have a good recreation program, which is unfortunate.
I agree because, dude, I look at other city and I wish that our city put more money and more time into these kids, right? Because I do think sport is, everyone love to play sports. And I don't know, I feel like we have tons of talent, potential, some stuff, but like if we can have the funds and stuff like to help the kids, I feel like we can get to the next level.
Yeah, I just, you look at some cities, like when we travel, like we go to Utah quite a bit. So we go to a town called Richfield, Utah. I don't know if you know where that's at. It's kind of like in the middle of nowhere. It's a pretty small town. It's probably like the size of, maybe St. Anthony, maybe.
Okay.
All right. So we go there and there's a tournament. They don't, normally cities charge these tournaments per game on the field.
Okay.
Where Richfield doesn't charge anything.
Really?
They just want the people to come and you get visitors coming in. So they're at the hotel, and all this stuff, but their fields are like immaculate. And I can't imagine their budget's that much, right?
Yeah.
And then you come here and no diss on Idaho Falls, but our softball fields are terrible. Like they're some of the worst that we play on.
Yeah.
And so it's like you're saying, like, where's the budget going to help? Like if we had good stuff, more kids would play, and then it would just make the city so much better, right? I mean, you have a rec center that's built like in the 20s, 1920, and that's it. We don't even have a nice rec center, and so like a town our size should have something really nice. And I do feel like we're way behind on that kind of stuff.
Well, when I used to play soccer in high school, right? Like we traveled to Boise. And Boise's, a capital, but like they just have more resources, more support, and we just get crushed. I feel like I don't want to go to Boise. Don't send me to Boise. You know, like
So it used to be that way with softball around here. Like when we go, we travel, we get kind of like we get crushed because we just don't have the same pool of people that we can pull from, right? And so our talent wasn't as good. Like, you have a couple of good players, and then you have some ones that need a lot of work, or that just need somebody to kind of show them some stuff. But it's getting to the point where like, we can go compete with teams in Boise. So we can go compete with teams in Utah. Yeah. We like go to Vegas. We've gone to Vegas a couple of times, and
down there competitive.
Like it's really competitive down there. Like there's teams down there they practice 5 times a week, 3 hours a day. And it's like, that's all those girls do. And so like for me, I feel like I want the girls to do more than just softball. Like I don't want just to be a softball player. I want them to go play volleyball, basketball, soccer, do something else besides just softball, because you get well-rounded that way.
Yeah. We just put our daughter into hockey recently, and I think your nephews they play too. But dude, I didn't realize how expensive hockey is. Yeah. And I was like, oh crap, what did I do?
Yeah. Did she like it?
No, she liked it. She never say no to go and right. So like I think that's a plus.
Yep.
She didn't move up from her level. Like she stayed like at the beginning.
Yeah.
Which is fine to me. Like at the end of the day, I want her to learn how to skate.
Yeah.
And she did. She learned how to skate. And maybe next year, if she asked to go play again, maybe she can move up and like learn the advanced stuff, you know?
I can't. I don't know if I can. I can't stop. I can skate. I just can't stop. What's his name on my Ducks? Oh yeah, it's when there's I think he can't stop. He can't stop. That's me. Yeah, I can't stop. So.
Okay, this question I want to ask you personally. You don't have to share like the whole thing, but like being a coach, the hardest part probably dealing with the parents too.
It can be, right? So
because the kids don't get picked.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm actually been pretty lucky. I've had like the same group of parents, like
That's cool.
the core of them for 5-6 years, and so I really don't have a major parent problem. So it's really good, right?
Is it a common problem though, right?
You can be, yeah. So I just flat out tell them at the beginning of the year, like, hey, if you're gonna have problems with me, then we just won't let your daughter play.
Yeah.
Like that's just
Don't be on my team.
Yeah. I set the expectation at the beginning, so in that way, if something does arise, they understand like, hey, this could cost my daughter a chance to play on this team.
Yeah.
And sometimes at the end of the year, we always have girls leave, which is totally fine. Like it's not for everybody. Like I can't coach everybody.
Yeah.
And my style may be different than what they like. So, but it's one of those things. Like parents are hard. Like I go watch. I don't coach the high school team, so I just go watch. And for me, I just sit there and I'm like, I know what's going on. Like I know how this coach feels. So I usually sit in the very back because I don't like to hear the parents complain about things. And I'm like, if only you knew how much time like a coach puts into this, you would.
I think I don't know how I would handle that. And I don't know, I would be like, shut up. Like, you know, let me do my thing.
Yeah. There's been times when I've actually had to tell people like, hey, like, cause we stream the games, like live stream them. There's a camera like on the backstop and there's an app you can watch them on. And I'll go back and watch the game. And then parents are dumb enough that they're sitting right by the camera and they talk about another player or the coaches. And I've had to, you know, actually go and be like, hey, you know, I can hear you saying this and it's not appropriate. So we're either going to fix it now or we're just going to have to cut ties and not be part of the team. So it's pretty funny the stuff you hear.
Yeah.
Like you go back to us and they're like, oh, that's what they thought about that. Like, cause sometimes it's like, oh, that would help, but it's something that the coaches got to deal with. Right. So, but it's tough.
Do you and your daughter play in like a co-ed league together, like direct?
No, we don't do a slow pitch. No, really? I don't. I used to play slow pitch, and then I'm like, getting too old for that.
Yeah. Nice.
Full hamstring, you know.
Dude, I still play soccer every once in a while, but then after each game, I'm just like, oh gosh, my body can't. Like, because I play goalie, so I dive and like get on the grounds and all that, and then after that, I'm just like, oh crap, my back does not like that.
You're getting too old.
Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna be 40 soon. I'm like 30, we'll be 37 this year.
I'll be 40 in April.
Dang, nice.
Yeah, we old.
Do you still ref?
I still ref basketball. Yep, still do high school basketball. So that takes up quite a bit of time in the winter.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's good to give back to student athletes. You know, it's something that I enjoy.
Yeah.
It does.
Dude, this show your leadership though, man, because you coach, you ref. Dude, I try refing, and like the player just, when you made like call that not to their advantage, they just like come to you and just start like, I'm like, dude, shut up.
Yeah. So adult rec league is the worst.
Yeah.
By far, because they think that they're still back in high school playing, right? They think they're still as good as they were.
Yeah.
They're not. And so then it's the official's fault, right? Their ref's fault. And I'm sure it's that way in soccer, right? They try to make a move and something happens and then,
and they just complain.
Yeah, they complain. Yeah, that's
I ref one game, I'm like, I'm done. Like, I don't like this. I don't enjoy it. I thought I would enjoy. I was like, nope, I'm done.
And so that's the bad part, because we are, like, I know in basketball we're short. I know in soccer, like in high school soccer, they're really, really short on officials, because I have some girls that play on my softball team that play soccer, so I'll go watch a couple of soccer games, and I'm like, it's the same officials, same refs. And they're like, yeah, we just don't have enough. Like, they have to schedule, they're scheduling games at certain times.
Yeah.
So these refs can get there. And it's just too bad, because a
lot
of
they just don't get paid enough? Or
no, I think it's the way they get treated from parents in the stands. I mean, I'll go to games and people will sit there and scream and yell, and I'm like, you understand that he made the call, or
you can't really change it.
He's not going to change it.
Yeah.
So, like, if I go to a basketball game, I sit up top. I don't sit by anybody, because I've sat by people before, and then all they do is ask you questions about why did he call that? Why didn't he call that? Why? And I'm like, well, they're right there. We're clear up here. A lot of times you have a better look in the stands because you got a bit better angle or whatever. But I'm just like, people if they yell some of the stuff that they yell at officials and they wouldn't talk to like a normal person that way, I mean, the world would, they would never do that.
Yeah.
You would never talk to somebody like you and I are talking and people yelling stuff in the stands. I would never say that to you in person.
Yeah.
But because I'm in the stands, I can yell whatever I want, right? And so I think it's pandemic, honestly. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
I reffed 4 nights a week. I probably could have done 5 if I wanted to, but I was like, I gotta have a break. Like 4 nights is a lot, but man, there's some games you go to and you're just like, people yell at you stuff and you're like, you don't even like, what if my kids are in the stands and you're yelling stuff at me? So it can be bad, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But then the rewarding part is when a kid comes up and tells you, thank you for being here, I appreciate you, and all that kind of stuff. So like there is a reward for it. Like the pay is like nobody's gonna get rich off of ref in high school basketball. It's just not going to.
Yeah.
They pay good enough to like it's still worth it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like we're losing officials because people cannot keep their mouth shut.
Yeah. So going back, since you ref, also coach, when you coach, you tell your players to like, hey, respect the ref, like their decision, like we agree that they might call some bad ones and stuff, but like can't really change.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, there's times when girls say, like, I've been pretty lucky that girls don't usually say anything. Like softball is harder. I think it's like everybody always says basketball is pretty hard to officiate.
Yeah.
To me, it's super easy because I've done it for forever. I think softball, baseball is hard because the umpire does something every pitch, right? They're calling the ball or strike. And so I've been pretty lucky that I don't have girls have to say anything.
That's good.
I've got thrown out of a couple of games, okay? But it was not because I usually don't yell at umpires unless I know that what's going on is not right, and it's affecting the way that my girls are. I want to protect my players.
Yeah.
And so, but a lot of times it's because I have initial reaction and the umpire doesn't like it, and then they throw you out. And you're like, well, like when I rep basketball, I'm like, everybody has a reaction to something, right?
Yeah.
You always have a reaction to. It's like somehouse when somebody says, "Oh no," the inspection comes out and the reaction is they shoot through the roof and they don't want to do it, right? And then we gotta be like, okay, hold on, just let's calm down, right? So, but I would like to. You always ask umpires like, "Hey, am I doing like? Let me know when I step on the line." But a lot of it is just I've been around a lot of those guys, so I can talk to them too. But I think like I always tell my girls, if you go up to them and treat them like a normal human and be polite and ask them a question, they'll help you out, right? They'll be like, oh, okay. Like I tell my catchers when they go out to the beginning of the game, you shake the umpire's hand, introduce yourself, and tell them you're here to protect them from getting hit by the ball, right? That's what you're trying to do. And then the umpire respects that, and so then it really helps out. So it's a good thing. I think just being a good human in sports in general is good.
Yeah. It's hard though, right? Yeah. Sometimes you get carried away by the game and you just lost your head and you're just like, oh, emotions. Yeah, emotions. It's a big thing. Yeah. With everything, right? Real estate, sports, life.
It's everything. Yeah, you can lose your cool real fast.
Yeah.
And then it's just, it's like I lost my cool on one umpire, but it's because I like he called a girl out at home, but I know he missed the tag by like 2 feet. And I could see, I had a really good look at it. I knew he couldn't see. And so I kind of lost my cool, and I went and talked to him, and he's like, okay, I got you. And then he knew that he made a mistake, so he went and asked the other umpire, and the other umpire wouldn't. He was trying to almost be like, hey, I know I missed this. Please tell me that you saw them not tagging. They're like, oh, I didn't see it. And so then he walked away, and then I kind of got on him a little bit longer. And then after the next batter, I stopped, and he came to me. He's like, hey, I let you talk to me because I know I missed. Yeah. Right. And so like just being honest.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, but I did lose my cool.
Yeah.
And he was really good about not throwing me out because he knew that, like,
Yeah.
I don't lose my cool very often unless I know for sure like what's going on. Because I don't like when coaches lose a cool on me, and I'm like, well, what are we doing here? Like, like what's going on? So yeah, there's certain situations though that require maybe you to get a little bit more emotional.
Yeah.
Because girls are very emotional.
For sure.
General.
Yeah, in general. And then now they play sports.
They play sports, and so then sometimes to get them like back playing how they should, you gotta get a little bit emotional and get on them a little bit, or get on the umpire so they can see that you're trying to protect them. Like if it's a bad strike and they strike out and they don't swing and you know it's not a strike, sometimes just backing them up and saying something to the official helps. But I mean, coaches do it in basketball too. They'll say stuff to me and they're like, and then after they're like, I'm just doing that to so my players know I'm protecting them. Like, I know that. So it's just about being level-headed and being on both sides really helps me, right? Because I know how officials think, I know how coaches think, so it definitely helps me, like.
And also being a parent too, right?
All of it. Like I know all of it, and so it's fun, but it's fun, man. It's like I wouldn't trade reffing. I've done it for probably 16 years.
Wow.
Right. I did some college stuff.
You did.
Yeah.
ISU or
I did get in the Big Sky. Side
oh wow.
for a couple of years. So that was a lot of fun. Just traveling I'm gone from my family too much.
Yeah.
Like I was taking all my vacation from the car lot. Let's go ref free basketball. And in the summer going and doing stuff, and it just got to be too much. But it's good though.
Yeah, like no, dude, I love sports and
experience.
Yeah. Sport is fun. Okay, last topic I want to talk to you about. I'm a big foodie guy, right? I love sharing like local spotlights and stuff. What's your go-to place?
My go-to place? We have been going, it changes. Like it's always something different.
Maybe list a couple.
Yeah, so like we go to Rusty Taco a lot.
Rusty Taco, is that
That's in the Good to Go gas station.
Yeah.
Really good street tacos.
Really?
Yeah. Their chips and queso is really good. Like they have a really good breakfast taco. It's like bacon. It's really good.
Okay.
Like so we go there. We like Mornitas, like obviously.
Yeah, that's the OG, right?
Yeah, there was. Yeah. Problem is, you go there and the line gets just always packed, and and that's clear on their side town for me. So like Rush Taco's down the street. So we like that. Do Jakers.
Jakers, like can't go wrong with Jakers. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I just like, I don't.
Yeah. Just what other franchise you want to see come in here?
What other franchise? Man, I would love In-N-Out.
Yeah.
I would love In-N-Out.
I think it's coming. Don't you think? I feel like it's gonna be in Twin Falls.
Yes.
And then every 2 hours distance, from what I heard.
Yeah.
That's what they're planning to do.
I would suspect that it would if I thought it was gonna be somewhere, I figured it'd be over by like the Volkswagen and BMW.
Oh yeah, out there.
Yeah, on Sunnyside.
Yeah.
Where Ball Ventures owns that land where everybody parks for the fireworks.
I
would expect like that would be a good spot for it because
people are driving through and stuff.
And they always like to have a bigger parking lot because I was in St. George last week. We went to go to In-N-Out and the line was.
Oh, that's In-N-Out in St. George?
Yeah, there was.
Heck yeah.
Here you go. Yeah, we were gonna go, and then I was like, drove in there, and there was probably 50 cars in the parking lot in the drive-thru, and I'm like, I don't have an hour.
I think it's coming. It has to.
Yeah, I mean, like we're gonna Raising Cane's, right?
Yeah.
And then we have Zupa's.
Chipotle's coming.
Chipotle, yeah. I'm not really a big Chipotle guy.
Really?
I'm not. I've had it once. I've had it once in Arizona, and it wasn't. This was probably in 2007.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that good. Like and Cafe Rio's it's like pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But it's been so long. So, but yeah, I was expect. They got it in Ogden, so they got it in Riverdale, right? They got it out in Riverdale, which is basically Ogden. So that's 2.5 hours.
I would be mad if...
Don't they have it in Logan? They have one in Logan?
Yeah.
So it's 2 hours.
I would be mad if Pocatello get it first.
Yeah, like Raising Cane's.
I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Who live in Pocatello? Just kidding.
Yeah, like they have Chipotle. They have Chipotle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna get Super Target. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, and we supposed to get super target. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Ours kind of is anyways, right?
yeah.
Anyways, I would love to see In and Out because I have a friend that lives in Boise, and every time he goes In and Out, he sends me a text of a picture of his food. I'm like, yeah, sounds so bad.
Yeah. Well, dude, that's it for today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your real estate experience and being a coach with the sports and being a ref, and then talking about your local place that you like. So thank you for having me.
Yep. Thanks.